Hello.
You're
Right.
I've got a headache. I'll just let you know.
That's what you want to hear, isn't it, at the start of the podcast?
I've got a headache.
Imagine tuning into a podcast. Imagine tuning into a podcast going, oh, wicked. The new episode of Marvel Calls has landed. I can't wait to... This will brighten up my day. I've got a headache. Like, what a way to start a podcast.
No, I just got a headache. Yeah. What's wrong with that? I'm just being honest, you know?
Yeah, but it's not about being on it. Entertain the nation, James.
Yeah, I know, but it's late, innit? Go on. What's...
Well, this will be... I've been drinking. I don't know how tonight.
See, so have I, and that's why I've got a headache.
Really? What have you been drinking? Why have you been drinking? Gin and tonic. Why have you suddenly latched on to gin and tonic?
Well, I was at someone's house, and they offered it to me, and I was like, yeah.
What do you mean? Are you making friends in Germany?
Yeah. That.
You got friends in Germany?
Well, yeah, kind of. Like people I know.
Is it through work?
Yeah, of course it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it is hard, isn't it, making friends?
Oh, it's really
genuinely hard. I've got no friends that live close to me. That's what's so sad about my life. Like, I've got no friends that live near me. So we don't go and see people like mates and that. It just doesn't happen. Because all my friends live all over the fucking country.
So what's your excuse for being hammered then?
Oh, my brother come over and you know what he's like. And we sat and we watched football all afternoon and having a roast. Okay. And
that sounds all right.
I'm not hammered. I've just had a few drinks, and usually, like, I've got a thing when I podcast. I don't like drinking. Like, I don't think it sounds good. I want to be, I want to be my sharp self, James. You know what I mean?
Actually, I know exactly how you feel because I feel the same. It's
Well, I'm sitting here with a coffee now.
Oh, okay, I've not got that far yet. So yeah.
So what? You're still drinking, are you?
No, I've stopped now. I've stopped.
So were they within walking distance, or did Chen drive?
They were within walking distance.
Oh my God, this is mad! I didn't know you got friends. You've never mentioned your social life in Germany since we've been over there.
Why would I?
Because I'm fascinated by it. I want to be there. Like, next time you go, can you just like set your voice recorder up and leave it in your pocket, and then give it to me when I get home? When you get home,
just rig up a FaceTime like camera.
I love that.
There,
I can't literally a fly on the wall. Like,
see like how awkward it is. Because it is awkward. It
isn't. You're one of the most sociable people. You'll stop it.
Are you joking?
Yeah, a little bit. No. I love your company's great. I have been drinking, haven't I?
Yeah, absolutely. You have.
I'll leave off. When have we been together where it's not been a good time?
It's true.
It's always usually been brilliant, isn't it?
It's usually good. Yeah.
I mean, that's largely down to me, but some of it is you.
There's no deadwood with it.
What, with just me and you?
Yeah.
I mean, there's two pieces of deadwood when it's just me and you. We are the deadwood. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of the Multiverse of Madness.
When did you watch this?
Friday night.
Ago?
Friday night.
So I watched it yesterday, which was Saturday.
Right.
And did you? Okay, first of all, can I ask you? Did you watch this with the family?
It's all part of the thing. It's all part of my notes, but
right. Okay, because I'm curious as to if you did. Because
oh my God, I'm fascinated by this film.
I will stand by some of the things that I thought about this actually. But yeah, go on.
How many pages of notes do you think I've got?
I think you probably got about 7 or 8 actually.
I've got 8.
Yeah, I thought it would be about that.
No, actually, that's a lie. I got 7 because the last page is blank. But
I mean, I think there is a glaring problem with this film. Like,
that's interesting. Really? Oh, yeah. I think. No, let's find out what I think through the notes. Although I think I've been thinking about it like all weekend. This film.
But before you watched it though, what was your expectation for this?
What was my expectation?
High? What did you sort of feel about it?
I didn't have a feeling of whether it was going to be good or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny because usually I go into them thinking, am I going to like this or not? I question myself throughout the whole film, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit of a spoiler. But I was more focused on whether I should let Harry watch it or not. That was my pure focus. I was so torn over to whether to let him watch it with us or not.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get on with the notes.
One last question.
Go on.
How did you feel about going back with Doctor Strange though? Like, was this like something you were looking?
I didn't like the first one, but I liked his character since then, so I was okay with it.
I just think he's a bit of an arse. I know it's, but anyway, go on, continue.
Yeah, but don't you like that? You're a bit of an arse.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. I don't like to see myself reflected in a mirror. It's horrible.
Okay. Right, okay. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. First note is, it feels really weird Harry not being here. I hated it. I hated it.
So you did watch it without him?
Yeah, I did. I don't like it. The Marvel music is making me feel sad. That dun, 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 dun. That's the bit, right, in every one of these films where me and Harry grab hold of each other, sort of like give a big squeeze because we're like, oh my God, here we go. And we didn't have it. And
did you watch it with Jo?
Well, yes, but yeah.
So couldn't you squeeze her instead?
No, she don't meet me anywhere near her on a Friday night, James. Okay. she wants to get in her pajamas, she wants to get in her slippers and be left the fuck alone. And who can blame her? But yeah, no, it's funny. I didn't realise how much of a thing this was for me and Harry until someone tweeted. Actually, someone said something about Marvel on Twitter, and someone replied to them copying TCGS in and just said, if you want to hear the journey that a father and son take through the world of Marvel films, listen to Marvel Calls.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, yeah. Like that. Yeah. That's a real important part of it for me. And
I mean, this has been a much bigger part this time than it was even with Star Calls, wasn't it?
Yeah, really. Because he was a bit young, and these are more films. And
these are more films. What does that mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like 20 odd films of these, rather than like about 8 of those.
I completely misunderstood what you meant there.
What did you mean?
I thought you meant like they're more of a film than Star Wars is. Yeah.
I mean, that applies as well. But yeah, we've got 2 films left after this.
Yeah.
And I just hope he still wants to watch films on a Friday night.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, I hope so.
Why not?
That's going to suck if the Friday night thing goes away. Although, yeah, no, we kept it on in the gap between the... Okay, whatever. Look, I'm getting to... Shut up. And we got loads of TV shows to watch, so we'll do that as well.
Yeah, that's true.
The opening is the most Doctor Who thing I've ever seen in any of these films, with bits flying all over the place. So we now know this is what? Dimension Junction or whatever they called it.
What do you mean?
The junction between... The start of the film.
Yes.
What they called it?
No, I don't know. You mean the place where there was the Darkhold thing, or not the Darkhold? It's the opposite of that.
Yeah, the opposite of that. The Good Book is in like the space between all dimensions.
Yeah.
That's where this film starts. Have you seen this film?
Yes, of course I've seen this film. I just couldn't remember the exact name.
Didn't you think Doctor Who straight away though?
Kind of, I guess.
Visually, it was like pure Doctor Who. It was nuts.
Well, Doctor Who with a budget.
You hate Doctor Who, don't you? I've got a feeling you hate it.
No, I don't actually. I've watched quite a lot of it. I mean, there's some of it I really like, some of it I really don't like so much. But it's all right.
What makes a good Doctor Who? Because it's all bollocks to me. But like, I hate Doctor Who. Like, I hate it.
Sorry.
I'm sorry if you like it, but I hate it. So what?
Why do you hate it?
Because it's just like, okay, that's my exact reaction to every piece of Doctor Who media I've ever seen. All right.
What I don't like with Doctor Who is when it's just episodes where they're just running about. I just find that...
Isn't that every single episode?
They're not all like that. There are some interesting concepts as well sometimes.
Right.
But there is a lot of running about.
Well, maybe this is tedious. Because there's a lot of running about at the start of this film. So maybe I instantly went, this is a Doctor Who film, but then it changes. I see this film in 3 parts, and we'll get to that at the end. Yeah. Okay? Mm-hmm. We'll get to that at the end. Okay. Joe's just asked me if I've chosen the wrong language. It starts.
I did exactly the same thing. Because I was like, I'm on German Netflix like for a second, like on German Disney Plus. Wait. And then Asher was like, that's not German, and I was like, I know, I'm not that bad. So then I was like, no, it's just another language. But I thought,
Joe was like, have you picked the wrong version of the film? I was like, no, and full circle, because remember at the start of Iron Man 2, Harry was like, is this whole thing going to be subtitled? I'm like, no, stick with it. So what language are they speaking at the start?
I don't know. I don't think it's a.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
That's a made-up language, isn't it?
Oh,
I mean, somebody's going to correct me.
It ain't a fucking made-up language,
I'm
is it?
sure it was a made-up language.
Okay, all right, okay. Right, and then and then Joe focuses on Doctor Strange's hair. Yeah. What's he done with his hair?
It did look a lot more sort of manicured, didn't it?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I didn't. I thought it looked crap. Strange gets stabbed through the leg. Doesn't seem that bothered. He really does look like a pro wrestler these days, doesn't he? Yeah, he looked like with his outfit, his little outfit. Of course, we know that this is one of an infinite amount of Doctor Stranges, not the one that we know and not the ones that we come to know later in the film. This is just a random one, right? This is ponytail Doctor Strange, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's WWE Doctor Strange. Yeah. Right, okay. Strange just nicks his mate's power. No wait. He then gets stabbed, and I sort of hope that he's just dead now, just for the sheer balls of it. Like, could you imagine if there's a Doctor Strange film and he dies like in the opening 5 minutes, and that's it. He's gone.
The rest of it's just Wong. Basically.
I think I'd prefer. Like, I really like Wong.
I know, he's great. Yeah,
he's better than Strange, right?
He kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see a Wong film.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Oh, was it all a dream? And I'd put, I bet it wasn't, but that's what we're supposed to think. I was right, James.
You were absolutely right.
Nailed that. Yeah. People call me thick. You do. Strange needs a new watch. Right, because he's persisting with it. I've got a problem with the watch at the end of the film.
See, I've got notes about the watches here, because I was thinking, like, Dave must be like really interested in this, because there's a lot of watch.
I don't know why I've gone so down the watch rabbit hole here.
Yeah. So what did you think of the watches then? You're not that impressed?
I don't know watches to the point where I could tell if that's a really good one or not.
Well, it definitely wasn't a Casio.
Casio's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but not like...
No, it'd be more expensive than that. They wouldn't have a Casio watch there. Yeah. But then you could get really expensive Casio watches, but not... I don't know. I've got a problem with the watch at the end, but we'll come back to that.
Well, there's a big problem with one of the things that is done with one of the watches that doesn't make any sense.
Right, okay, there's a lot of stuff that don't make sense, but fine. Yeah. Strange goes to church and speaks to Dr. West. West calls Strange the best surgeon and the best superhero. And I said, well, the best surgeon, but come on. He's not the best superhero,
He's absolutely
is he?
Not, no.
Why would that line come into it? This I should also say, we'll come to it. This film froze up. Like, I had a crisis over Marvel and this film.
Right, okay.
I'm surprised.
In what way?
I mean, we'll come to it, but where the fuck do we go now? That's where I'm sitting. And if we are going this way, do I want to be on board? That's questions I've asked myself.
I'm wondering if this is... Right, I'm wondering if you've got the same problem with this film that I've got. But,
really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've got a few problems. Like, I don't hate the film. I'd say up front. Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, I didn't hate it either.
Also, he's... Right, go on.
It's one... I'd say it's one of the better ones out of Phase 4. Like, it really is, I think.
I don't know about that. Right.
It's better than Eternals.
Oh, God, yeah. Sorry. Also, he seems to think there was another way to beat Thanos or something.
Yeah, he does that whole sort of like...
Yeah, they don't really drum that home, do they? I kind of got the point that he was making later on.
Yeah.
Because we saw another way that Thanos was beaten.
Yes, we did.
But it was still a bit of a weird thing to say at that time. Or that he is not happy with how things panned out, right? So that was just a note for myself. Mm-hmm. Wait, is Doctor Strange at his ex's wedding?
Yeah.
I said, that's odd. What is it with these superheroes and boundaries? They just don't know how to stick to them, do they?
I don't think I could do that.
No, you couldn't do that.
It's really strange. Like, the whole thing's really strange.
Doctor Strange, man.
Yeah. But then also, the other thing about that, though, is, when he talks with her, he's still being such an arse, because it's that whole thing of like...
The way you said that is one of the funniest things I think you've ever said in your life.
Why?
The way he talks with her. I don't know why that sounds that sounds odd to my ears, James.
Okay, the way that he talks with Christine is really strange. Doctor Strange.
Yeah, there's no chemistry there at all, is there?
No, there's none of that. But then it's also that whole sort of like, I had to make sacrifices for us. You know, like as in like, and it's the way that he's like basically saying you're only marrying him because I chose for this, you know, to not marry you or whatever. It's just weird.
These films,
you know?
always have a weird view on relationships, and I never feel that they get it right. They've got it right a couple of times, and you think, like, you look at Shang-Chi and Jackie. That was great. Is it?
Yeah,
that worked. I thought Druid from Eternals, is it?
Yeah, Druid. Yeah,
Druid from Eternals, and you know, there's been some relationships there. I can't remember her name.
You can't remember her name.
There's 400 characters in that fucking film.
Yeah.
You know, there's been some good relationships, like, but then the main ones, they've all been shit, really, haven't they?
It's because they've all felt so forced, haven't they?
Yeah.
I mean, not like Star Wars Episode 2 forced, but like not, you know,
no, not that bad. Okay. This also looks like the shittest wedding ever. It's in a fancy hotel, and mine was in a hotel, not as fancy as this one, but people were having way more fun.
I told you, your wedding is one of the only ones I've ever enjoyed. It was
yeah,
it was a good wedding.
Everyone got wankered.
I know, but it was fun. It was a fun wedding.
My wedding was bad, man. Like, it really wasn't about the ceremony at all, was it? The ceremony lasted about 10 minutes, and then everyone just got steaming drunk for the rest of the day. Were you there? You were there the full day as well, right?
Yeah.
So were you staying in the hotel at my wedding?
No, we didn't stay because we had to go back because we had Rachel.
Oh, mate. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm surprised you had that much fun then, because everyone was just staying in the hotel that we were in. So it was like, okay. Something's kicking off in New York. Strange then shows off. It shows off in front of everyone. So they're at the wedding. Then there's all this rumbling and screaming and cars going everywhere. And then this is the first time where I questioned what I was doing with my life.
Right.
Because this is the invisible eye monster crushes a bus. Have we seen it before? I recognised it from somewhere.
No, we've not seen this before, no.
What is it? Where's it come from, and what's it got to do with anything?
Well, it's been conjured, hasn't it? Is what it is.
What do you mean?
And it's been conjured by somebody.
Oh, that's right. And then we find out that it's probably the Scarlet Witch that sent it.
Yeah, and also, do you want to know a fun bit of trivia about this?
Mm-hmm.
That massive eye is actually the Scarlet Witch's eye. Like, it's a copy of it.
Who cares? What? Yeah. Well, how were we supposed to know that?
You'd not. It's just like a bit of trivia. Thought you might enjoy that.
Oh no, that's okay. Right, like as a trick. Okay, yeah, no, I do like that actually. Yeah, no, that's cool. So it was sent by the Scarlet Witch to come and get America.
Yeah.
And I sat here watching this fight, and I just thought, oh man, what am I doing? And I guess because there was no build up to it. I had no investment in the fight. I didn't care. And it says, I put also, how many superheroes are there protecting New York? Shouldn't they be spread out a bit?
Also, the other thing with this, because I was watching some of this with Rachel, and she made the observation that Doctor Strange may be really powerful, but he looks like a right idiot when he's doing his moves.
Yeah, it does. It does a bit.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the other ones, like if you think about Hulk, you think about like Captain America. It's like very sort of like
it's all cool.
And it looks great, and it's like very sort of like it's impactful. Whereas this whole sort of just like waving your arms around stuff. Yeah, she was like that must have looked ridiculous with filming that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Okay, let me get up because I get to the main problem in a minute. I'll go. The girl from Stranger's Dream is here. We now know she's America. Yeah. Joe just said this film is fucking ridiculous. Like she was not into it at all.
Yeah.
Harry has already come into the front room and asked if he could come and watch it twice.
What are you doing? Yeah.
I said you can't watch it. And he said why not? I said apparently it gets really scary. And he said I can handle anything. And I just thought that's the beauty of youth, isn't it? The sheer confidence on the boy. Did you have a rough time with this monster, James, because of all of the tentacles?
Not particularly, but
really? I thought you were scared of that.
No, it's an octopus. I really don't like.
Yeah, but it was an octopus with a big eye.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the sea.
Oh, is it? It's in the sea when
it's when they're in the sea and they're submerged and you can't see them, but you know they're there, and it's just like there's all like tentacles moving around.
Okay, so we'll go into this a little bit, and please know that I'm not taking a piss because you know how scared I am of spiders. So it's right. Do you go swimming in the sea?
No, I don't.
Is it because of the tentacles?
Yeah, I don't like the sea very much. Because I do have a kind of a little bit of a fear of like sea creatures.
Do you do paddle? Do you paddle though?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah,
you do. I'll walk along with you.
Yeah, I could walk. A bit into the sea.
But you don't
I'm not
do a
go
proper
swimming.
little swim.
No.
Oh man, it feels so fucking good. Like, I'm not a fan of the beach or anything, but just having a swim in the sea, mate.
I'd rather go in a nice pool.
Yeah, so would I, actually. You're not wrong. It is better, but also so freeing. Right.
Okay.
Wong and Doctor Strange fighting the monster thing. That's all. Right. Here's the problem I had. It suddenly hit me just how many of these films we've seen this year.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to be thinking during this scene at this point? More fighting against monsters. It might be wearing a fin at this point. Like, it might be. I was sitting there just going, "Oh my god!" Like, I think it's because it had nothing to do with the plot up until this point. It wasn't particularly interesting. It wasn't a good fight, and I sat there just going, "Oh man, am I done with these films?" Because fuck me, what?
I know.
Why are we watching 10 minutes of like this?
I know what you mean, because for a fight to because films always have fights. It's like one of those things that's just it's a common staple. But it has to feel. There has to be a build up to it, and it has to feel earned, and there has to be stakes as well.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're watching like that fight, there's not really any stakes.
He's not going to die.
He's not going to die. You don't know who this person is, and you don't really care.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with introducing the character in that way.
Yeah, this was real. This was a real misstep. This fight, I think, because I just thought, I don't give a shit. It doesn't look particularly good. They're not doing cool, interesting things. This is.
You didn't like the spike into the eye. I thought that was pretty good.
Oh no. So that bit, I put. Then the eyeball get pulled out. No, it's not wearing fin. Is what I put. So the spike into the eyeball worked, but everything up to that point, I was like, oh my god, like, where do you go from here? Like, because you're doing a superhero movie. If they were doing one every 4 years, you go, have a massive like set piece fight at the start of the film to get the blood pumping. But at this point, people are seeing 3 of these a year.
But that's the thing. But that's why you have to do something either different, or it has to be really well built up. That's
which neither of this fight, neither of that comes out.
If you think about it, like Shang-Chi, there's a lot of fighting in that film, but that really worked because that was different as well. Like the way that was shot and the way it was put together is quite different to any of the other films in the Marvel like stuff. So that's why. It still keeps the interest.
But that's it. Like, even with Shang-Chi and that bus fight, you didn't know what the characters were. You didn't know where it sits in the plot or anything. But the idea was, he's on a bus, he's getting attacked by bad guys.
Yeah.
And they had that attitude towards him, and all that happened. When it's just a random monster where you don't feel that Strange is being hard done by in this moment.
And also, because he's kind of like all powerful anyway. Yeah, as I said, there's no stakes. It's just
Okay, right. Girl steals the rings, the ring thing from Strange, and he sort of warps in front of her, and then they go and sit down and eat at the table. And I told you it wasn't a dream. So this is where they explore the idea that dreams are not dreams, and you look into another universe.
See, I really like that as an idea.
I don't know. My fucking dreams are so fucked up. I don't want to think about the multiverse if my dreams are real. Some other that. Jesus Christ. Okay. Talking about Spider-Man, the scene is quite funny. Oh, I see. So So she's asking him questions about his dimension. Yeah. Or universe or whatever, and it's in her universe Spider-Man doesn't exist. So talking about Strange talking about Spider-Man, he shoots web from his butt. No, he doesn't shoot. Well, he might do actually. I don't know. All that stuff. I quite like that. I see. So when Strange died, she got slung into a portal into this universe. Got it right. Yeah. So it's just been confirmed.
Yeah, the whole thing is like whenever she's like really scared. She ends up jumping between universes.
That works quite well. Yeah. Introducing this book that helps them or something. So this is the good book.
Yeah.
Followed by a bunch of jokes about how shit Strange is in this universe. Right? Yeah, I quite like that because he thought he was like the Almighty, and everyone's going, well, "You can't even do that." Well, in this universe, Strange can.
Oh yeah, this one sorted this out.
Yeah. That was all good. Strange seeing dead Strange. Right. So she has to prove that she come from another universe, and she does so by bringing Strange's body on top of the thing. What is it? The Stranger's house, whatever.
Yeah.
That was all pretty grim, just seeing that dead body laying there, but also quite funny the way Strange was like reacting to it and all that. That was all cool. That was all cool.
He does the burial, doesn't he, at that time as well?
Does the burial, lifts him up, moves all the things, and they make a comment about ordnance surveys or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I hope that's not picked up on the ordnance survey or something. That was quite funny. I liked all this bit. Strange buries Strange. Talk of witchcraft. Now here's Wonder.
Yeah.
Imagine watching this scene without seeing WandaVision.
See, that's the other thing, right? That's because I was thinking this when I was watching it, because I was thinking, you've seen WandaVision, so this is not, you're not coming in completely cold from this. But if you were, this would make no sense hardly at all.
You'd be going, oh, look, there's Wanda. And then
she's one of the Avengers. She's a big hero.
She's what a hero. And then why is everything red?
Yeah. why is she evil? You know,
why is she evil now?
But I did really like this reveal, though. I thought it was brilliant.
I didn't like the reveal because I could see it coming.
Well, yeah, obviously, but it was still. I liked the way it was done.
Fine. Yes, yeah. When she turns everything red, that was good. But then, what's the logic there? So everything is red in reality.
Yeah, that's her reality, and then she basically created that fiction for when people come to visit her or whatever to try and make out everything's normal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that she's fine.
I'll say this about Wanda.
Yeah.
This should have been billed as a Strange and Wanda film.
Yeah, it should have been.
Her character, her acting, her presence in this film is what makes it for me. I think she is absolutely fucking brilliant in this.
Yeah.
And it's a bit annoying that it's a Doctor Strange film, because you just want to go, actually, the idea of Strange versus Wanda is so good. Mm-hmm. Why is that not what the film's called?
Yeah, I guess. But then maybe they didn't want to blow that, in the title or whatever.
Was it not in the posters or the trailers?
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't, from what I remember.
So you didn't know that she was the bad guy?
No, I mean, when I went to see this, I had no idea that that's where it was going. I mean, if you, the end of WandaVision, it's indicating that she's going somewhere, with the character.
Yeah.
And that, there is, this Scarlet Witch, potential and everything there.
Yeah.
But, if that's the first thing you've seen that, you don't really know what that means.
Right.
And, what the outcome's going to be.
But honestly, if you've not seen that TV show, Jesus, you'd be sitting there fuming.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, what is this about? And there's also, I mean, I agree with you. I think she, acting-wise and all that, I think absolutely fantastic in this. Really, really good.
Yeah,
but
she's brilliant.
I still think there's problems with the film because of that.
Okay, well, we'll get there. So the first time we see her, she is with her kids, and then of course she wakes up. So she's looking at another dimension.
Yeah.
Strange is now taking the piss out of Hawkeye, Ant-Man, and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So he turns around. Yeah, there was the thing. It was like, why? There are other Avengers. Why don't you try one of the other Avengers? And he said, "Well, the guy with the mohawk that shoots arrows, or several different insect-based superheroes." Yeah. He seems to have completely forgotten about Captain America.
Yeah. Well, he's gone by this point, isn't he?
Nope.
Of course, he's gone. He's dead.
Nope.
What do you mean?
James, there's a new Captain America.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. I was thinking, come on, mate.
I'm thinking Steve Rogers.
Don't you know about Marvel, mate?
Look.
There's a new Captain America now, mate.
I know.
Doesn't count in your eyes, does he? Because he's not Steve. Because he's not Steve.
It's Steve Rogers with the beard.
I've got a feeling this new Captain America is going to be better. What about that, James?
He hasn't got a beard.
Yeah, but not as Steve by the end of it.
I liked his little beard.
Okay. It turns out Wanda was and is still full of shit. So she was bullshitting, because this was the whole bit about maybe you should bring America here.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you didn't say her name, did you? Okay, fine. I'll allow him that.
Strange. I thought it was good. I enjoyed that. I really thought it was good.
Strange getting all judgy about Wanda using that book. Oh, you do know that if you read it, you turn bad. Shut up, Strange, you're boffing. Such a goody two-shoes.
Yeah, also, especially
he used
when
to be a bad boy back in the day.
Especially when you consider what he's just done in No Way Home as well, causing all that mess.
Oh,
with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, originally this film was going to come out before Spider-Man, but it didn't. They had to reorder it because of like COVID and everything, but it's still
really
stands. Yeah, this was supposed to be before Spider-Man.
That doesn't make sense, though, does it?
No, they reshot parts as well to add in bits about Spider-Man because of this.
But I'm talking about like. So where does he discover about the multiverse?
It was going to be through this film. That was
but he discovers it in Spider-Man, though, right?
Yes, I know, but that's why they reworked it. Yeah.
She's after America to get to her non-existent kids, is what I've put.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But go on.
Yeah, okay. She turns up at Camotage in a vape cloud.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
All this for a child you met yesterday, is what Strange said. Yeah. And I put, that is a fucking fair point, actually. Like, she cares about those kids way too much.
You see, I've got written down here, like, defending Camotage. If you haven't seen WandaVision, this will feel really weird. It's like, even seeing WandaVision, the heel turn here feels really, like, aggressive.
Yeah. You know what I mean? No, I don't. No, I like the fact that... No, I think it worked.
Really?
I think it worked. Yeah, I do think it worked. There's weirder shit. There's weirder shit in these films, like when, what was it, Avengers Assemble, suddenly someone else has got the Tesseract. That was worse than this. At least you got to see her turn bad in one.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. What I did think was interesting with this, though, is that they brought her in as the sort of the villain, I thought, quite early on into the film as well, though.
Yeah,
I thought
great.
I thought they were going to play with it for a lot longer, you know, but instead...
Yeah, but I'm glad they fucking didn't. Yeah. She is such a good bad guy, isn't she?
Yeah,
she's a fantastic villain.
Especially this with this attack, it's great. Like, God, like whispering in people's ears.
Honestly,
like
one of the they've tried to do like civilization versus civilization fights. God knows how many times, and they've never nailed it. I thought this was fucking fantastic. It was horrific. It felt awful. It felt scary. Like the scale of what Wanda was doing in this scene was brilliant. So I put, this standoff is pretty cool. Here we go then. Camotage seems to have contained her, right? So they all pulled their powers together, and I put, oh, maybe not, because she breaks free. Loving all these nobody sorcerers, like those shit Jedi from Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know when they all the 76 or whatever.
Some of them have got like they're just standard blue lightsaber guy or green lightsaber woman or whatever.
That one looks like a ball.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Right, okay. She manages to get into their heads and batters them to fuck. Then they get magic cannons. Cannons. This whole bit is brilliant. And I've put that. This whole bit is great. She's fucking ruthless, and I'm loving it, to be honest. Because at one point, she just comes down and just starts like killing everyone that's on the floor.
See, that's the thing, because this is the problem I've got with this, though, because she goes up to him and she's like, I'm not a monster, Stephen. And it's like, apart from all the people you've just killed.
Yeah,
like,
but
you've
that's
killed
the
a
point.
lot of people.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's what you're supposed to think. Because in her head, she's not a monster. Everyone can clearly see she is. Like, I will defend that, because she's lost it. She's gone. Right? She's gone.
But that's the point, though. And that's where, like, you see her killing so many people in this. And this is where, like, I've written here, like, redemption ? How can she be redeemed, like, from this?
And they don't. They don't even try it.
I think they kind of do at the end.
They absolutely do not.
You don't think so?
No, we can argue about that at the end.
Right,
they do not. Okay. You're supposed to hate her at the end. 100%. That's the whole point, James.
Yeah, I know, but it's still, I don't know, I still felt like they were trying to redeem her at the end.
No. I don't even think they try and redeem her.
They do, because they have her saying, like, oh, I'm really sorry. Oh, this was terrible. I shouldn't have done this and all that. And it's
but that's not redemption. Trust me.
No, okay. I know. Yeah, okay, go on.
Okay. Right. Strange then puts her in some sort of fun house with mirrors and all that, right? So, he puts her in a fun house. The mirrors turn to puddles for some reason. Scarlet Witch is using the ray tracing to get into Camotage. Okay, fine. This was all fucking bollocks, I think. Like, it looked great, and it made for a good movie, but logically, you're sitting there going, what? She's using the reflections, really?
This was all linked to, like, comic book stuff.
Okay, well, I ain't seen the fucking comic books.
Yeah.
And now she's shown up blaming Strange for all those deaths. Not sure how she could twist that one to be honest. Yeah, that was funny.
Especially when she's, like, literally just, like, ripping people apart and everything. Just, like, incinerating people.
Well, hold on. Are you sitting there thinking, you can't... What are you talking about? Are you sitting there thinking that?
No, I'm not. I'm just thinking
because I'm sitting there thinking she really has gone. Like she's
exactly.
gone.
That's what I'm thinking. And then
no, you're not. You're sitting there thinking, "Excuse me."
No. I'm sitting there thinking she's ripping everything to pieces. How on earth are they going to come back from this? Like, I don't see how you can possibly bring this character back.
Why would they want to come? Do you know something that I don't?
No, I don't honestly know anything.
That was too high pitched for truth.
No, it's true, honestly, because there's nothing. We'll get to the end. I wasn't
sitting there thinking, how can they make her good again? I was thinking, she's a bad character now.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know, because that's the thing, though, because generally in these films, how many characters have just completely gone bad and then that's it and there's no redemption? It never happens. Like, that doesn't happen in these films.
Hawkeye? It was bad from the start.
I'm not talking about the acting. I'm talking about the...
No, I'm not talking about the acting either. The acting's fine. The character's shit is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know he's shit, but he's not like evil like this. You know, he's not like just incinerating people.
Yeah, but isn't that good? Isn't that refreshing?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, but you don't want it that way. You want a redemption.
No, it's not that I don't. No, I don't want that. I'm just said when I was watching this, I was wondering how, if they're going to do that, how can they possibly do that? There's no way they could do it satisfactorily.
But she's got a very interesting view on what parenthood is, isn't she?
Yes, she has. Yeah.
I'm watching this and she's going, I want that. And I look at them going, hello, my lovely sweet boys. Hello, mummy, I love you. Yeah, I love you too. It's time for bed now, my sweet boys. Okay, mummy. Can we have some ice cream? Okay, you can have some ice cream. I'm going, if this is what you think parenthood is, come over my flat. Within a day, you'll be like, I'm all right in my own universe, actually. I'm fine in my own universe with my trees, with my red trees and the book. I'll just stick to that. Thank you very much, because that is not what parenthood is.
It was, it was rather ideal.
It was a good point. Strange. What happens to their mum when this one shows up? Mm-hmm. Also, what happens when they drive her up the fucking wall, mate?
Also, question about that. As he said, what happens to the mum? The original one,
the existing mum. Yeah.
This is right. We're to believe here that there's multiverses for pretty much everything, right? Why doesn't she just go to one where they haven't got a mother?
Right. So, okay, let's talk about this now. You've brought it up. Let's talk about it. It's weird, isn't it? This is a film that explores the idea of infinite universes with all different possibilities.
Infinite possibilities, yeah.
And we see two of them.
Yeah.
Like we're dealing with two of them.
We're dealing with two or three, but
we see many of them. But in terms of the plot, we're dealing with two of them. And that makes me go, like, you know when she does the sleepwalk thing? Yeah. The dream walk?
The dream walking, yeah.
Like, how does she know which universe to go to?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's like...
It's magic.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't... that stuff doesn't really work.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Why
I think it is a little bit dull to go, hey, viewers, guess what? It's infinite. There's so many universes with all different possibilities. Yeah. But in this film, it's just really about these two. You just, no, that's a really cool concept. No, okay, you're not going to explore more than two?
See, and that's what they did better, I think, in Loki. Do you know what I mean? Because they kind of showed like loads of...
Yeah, it all came together, yeah. Okay, fine. Look, it's a minor criticism. I'm not going to hold it to this film that too much. Mm-hmm. It's what the film's about, fine. Witch tries to steal her powers, the portal opens, and Strange jumps through tons of universes. This bit I thought this looked fucking brilliant. Incredible.
Yeah, I thought this I've written down... this bit really looked incredible. Like really,
this is one of the bits that I showed Harry the next morning.
Yeah,
because I was just like, look at this, and he loved it. Like,
especially the paint world and all that.
Paint world looked great. The cartoon world looked great. All of that stuff was brilliant. And then Strange give it, I'm surprised you didn't throw up. Yeah, no, I'm fine. And then he throws up. Yeah, all of that, fine. America Never Dreams, eh? Yeah. Bit on the nose, but I'll go with it. Do you reckon there was any of that involved? The American Dream.
I don't know. Maybe.
Why did they call her America? Is she an existing character? Is she from the comics?
She is an existing character, yeah.
Right. Yeah. It just felt there was a lot of like, America, it's the American dream, and we got to save America. I don't know. I don't know where I sat with that. It was all weird. Right, Strange walking around Wacky Town, where you go on red. Yeah. and then what does he order from the stand?
Pizza balls.
That's right. What is it? What's it time to do?
Somebody's ordered a pizza ball.
Time to deliver a pizza ball. For those you don't know, what is it? The Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
I was pissing myself.
That was all funny,
Oh, I've got a couple of pizza balls. That must be a fan of Eric Andre just sneaked in there, right?
Yeah, somebody's ordered a pizza ball. Let's talk Scientology.
Time to deliver a pizza ball. Yeah. Just Google time to deliver a pizza ball. You'll find it. Strange controller pizza Bob. Right. Oh, he takes control of Pizza Bob or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
It's funny how they seem to think this universe doesn't count. Right. Okay. I'll get back to that fault.
That was Bruce Campbell.
I didn't realise that. I've got a note right at the end. I didn't realise it at the time, but when you had the mid or the end credits scene, I went, "Holy shit, that's Bruce Campbell!" Because in my defence, he does the Bruce Campbell smile right at the. He looks fucking great, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. Yeah, he still looks great.
When was this film? Like 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, it came out last year.
Yeah, it came out last year, but it must have been filmed like three years ago.
Probably, yeah, it was filmed during the pandemic.
Oh my word, does he look good? Yeah. I'm just like, how are you looking at all these years?
Yeah,
I've always wanted to be that. Like, I look at people like him and just think, when I get old, I hope I look that good. I won't. I'll look like a little, like a fucking horrible little grimy bloke with a long beak nose and a chin going, get out my fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I look at Bruce Campbell just like, I wish I was you. And then I put, it's funny how they seem to think this universe doesn't count. Yeah, like the disrespect they gave to that universe as they were walking about.
Wherever they go, it's just like, it doesn't matter. It's not my universe. I don't care. Yeah,
I know. and I kind of hate that, because when you did universe stuff and time travel stuff, like back in the 90s, 80s and stuff like that, you look at the films there, it's instant, how do we keep this, like, how do we sort this out? How do we keep out of everyone's way? How do we not fuck things up? That is the first thought process.
There might be ramifications.
Yeah, there might be ramifications. Like, we've got to deal with. In this, they're just strutting about going, fuck you, fuck off.
But then it turns out there are ramifications, because they talk about the incursion thing of, like, if they mess up too much in these places, it can cause, like, incursions.
Well, this is it. Like, it kind of annoyed me how they were just strutting about the place like they didn't give a shit. But anyway, that's a minor point. Strange going down memory lane, seeing himself get the watch. They put way too much on the watch. But now seeing America kill her mums because of a wasp, that's quite fucked up.
Yeah, it was a bit. It was a bit strange, that wasn't
it? Just because a wasp come along.
Yeah.
And then,
really scary.
Yeah, I think
maybe she's just really scared of wasps, though.
Yeah, possibly. Doctor Strange telling her that they survived. This is bizarre. This bit. This is bizarre. I thought this was. But look, hello, listeners. I'm talking directly at you now. I know I'm nitpicking this film. Ultimately, we'll get to what I think of it, and I don't hate it. And I'm sorry if I'm being too nitpicky, but I've got, this is where I'm at in my life now, and in my life in the Marvel universe thing. But James, Doctor Strange telling her that her parents survived and that she'll find them one day based on absolutely nothing.
Yes, that's
He's
true,
just full of shit for no reason here, and really, it's totally against his character.
Yeah, it's also completely irresponsible as well.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
But not only that, the Doctor Strange we know, if there's one thing about his character, he's unnecessarily logical.
Yeah,
he's got no emotional connection with anything. He's very logical, and he will tell you as it is.
Yeah, so why at this point? Pull any punches and all that. Yeah.
Why at this point did he turn around to America and go, "They're still alive, and one day you'll find them"? I was like, that's not what you should be doing. You should be walking away going, well, the likelihood is they're dead. Well,
just don't say anything. Why do you need to say anything at that point?
It was really fucking out of character, that. I didn't get on board with that line at all. But anyway, Strange dies killing Thanos in this universe. Mordo is now head of the Sorcerers. So this is the dude from the first film. Do you know what's really sad
about that, right? When that guy turned up and there was that kind of like big reveal, right? They did it. I'd completely forgotten who he was.
I didn't. I have to say. But then you didn't see Doctor. You saw Doctor. When did the original Doctor Strange film come out?
Oh, years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not having a go at you for not knowing that character because
I wouldn't, because he's not like a top tier villain. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no,
like
I don't even remember how he was. I don't really remember much about that film.
Yeah.
But he never turned bad, so it's all good. No, wait, no, he's not. He's bad now. He's just poisoned them or something. Yeah. I mean, a bit of a weak way to get taken down. Strange.
I've written here, understandable, really. Strange is dangerous and an arse.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense why they would do that.
Yep. And now it's turned into a 90s rock music video, which it does every now and then. Like, it goes, like, and all that. Yeah, it's weird. This is all very odd, isn't it? Undecided whether it's working or not yet. There are teacups. There's waves in the teacups. This is where he's, like, hallucinating and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's doing some stuff. And I was like, I don't know about this, man. I'm not into this bit. The Scarlet Witch has taken over Wanda from... this dimension, right? So this is when she first dream walks. Joe's fallen asleep.
I did like. Sorry, go on.
I said Joe's fallen asleep. She checked out long ago. To be fair, she was not into this film, James. I watched this alone. First time I've done it with one of these films. I watched it alone.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it sucked, man. Go on.
I can't believe she got through Eternals, but not this though.
Yeah, she did. I think if we were to ask her, hold on. Yeah. Should we ask her?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, all right. One sec. Joe, can you come here a minute?
I'm fascinated as how somebody could get through Eternals, which is really long as well, and this isn't. And this is like a short film. It blows my mind.
Right.
I don't understand it.
Right.
Oh, hi.
James.
Hi, James.
Hi.
Right, so you... Oh, so I just pulled your headphone out. Hold on. Put it back in. I'll pop it in.
No, you won't.
Okay.
Hello?
You?
Hello.
So, you fell asleep during Doctor Strange last night.
Yeah. Well, it was a night. Yeah.
You didn't enjoy it?
No, it was rubbish.
Right. Okay. But James is surprised that you watched the whole of Eternals.
Eternals is like 3 times longer.
Yeah, but I fancied someone in Eternals.
Oh, that's right. Do you remember, James? We were talking about it last week.
Yes, I do remember. Yeah.
So that's all it takes.
Yeah.
So you're not a Benedict Cumberbatch person,
No.
So not even with the beard.
No.
So let me get you this. Right, what's better, Eternals or Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
Eternals, 100%.
Oh my god! Okay.
I think
that's incredible.
I think I know. I think it's because I don't really understand Doctor Strange.
Yeah, no, I don't think many people do.
And you switch off. Like I couldn't. It's not something you can like. I watched Eternals like half-heartedly. You can't. You've got to really commit to watch Doctor Strange.
Yeah, otherwise it's just noise on the screen. Okay, so while we got you here, before we go, what is your favourite of all of the films you've seen? Of all of the Marvel films?
I think it's got to be Guardians 2.
What? That's a surprise.
That's fair enough.
4.
Yeah.
You fancy a bit of Thor, don't you?
I did
who
like,
doesn't?
what was that one?
Ragnarok?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised by how many I liked, to be honest.
Oh, there we go. A bit of a Marvel fan. All right, then.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm taking his spotlight.
Yep.
See you later.
Bye. Wow. How many people in the world do you think likes Eternals more than Doctor Strange?
I mean, I'd say it's probably quite a small number.
Is it one?
But for one very specific reason, which is understandable.
Yeah, he's a good-looking lad. Right, okay. The kids sing an ice cream song, and I'm amazed she didn't just instantly fuck off back to the universe she came from. That was so bad.
And see, I've written down here, is that Steamboat Willie in the background of the awful ice cream song?
Was it really?
No, it wasn't Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I would have picked up on that.
There is a thing of that, actually. It turns out that it's actually another cartoon that was very similar from that era. And I can't remember the whole detail about it.
But
it's
Disney owned it by then, so surely just use Steamboat Willie.
No, it's all connected with Steamboat Willie as well,
right?
And rights ownership and everything, and it's just strange, like the whole thing.
Oh, really?
It's also part of the multiverse thing as well.
Because Steamboat Willie is not on Disney Plus, is it?
It is.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it is.
I
Yeah,
have to watch that.
Ash has watched it.
Yeah, what a weird thing that was.
Yeah.
Not as weird as Fantasia. That's easily the worst thing Disney have ever done.
That is a terrible film.
Yeah, and everyone likes that. Oh no, you got respect. No, you don't. It's fucking awful.
It's not very good.
And I remember watching it as a kid, and I put it on for Harry like about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I do not remember this speech at the start, this lecture at the start being this long.
I think it's another one of those films, I think, from that era that was kind of like, this is like a visual spectacle, and that maybe hadn't been done in quite the same way before. So everyone was like, oh, it's brilliant or whatever, but actually it's not a very good film.
Wank, yeah. Dude who pulls the back... dude who pulls her back into her dimension then dies. What's this?
What?
Oh, someone pulls Wanda back into her own dimension, doesn't she? Yeah. Oh yeah. It
wasn't a dude, it was a woman.
Was it the woman?
Yeah.
And then is that the one where, yeah, that's the one that gets turned into like crispy dust.
Yeah, and it's kind of indicated that there was a relationship between her and Wong as well, like with that.
Really? Do you think?
Yes. Yeah, there was a hint at that. And it turned out, because I had a look, and it was like, actually, that was going to be a bigger part of the film, but they cut it all for time.
That's the first time I thought, not sure Harry would have dealt with that bit.
Yeah, because that was really grim,
it was a really bad death, that.
Yeah.
And then I think he would have been okay, though. Like, ultimately, I think he would have been all right. But it was
that was worse than, like, people exploding, like the red... stuff that we saw, the orange
possibly.
People.
I think it was on par with it, so I think he would have been all right. You got to remember, we watched that like nearly a year ago. Yeah, so he's like, a lot happens. He's nearly 9. He's nearly 9. Wanda wants Wong to take her to this magic book thing, right? So this is what they call it?
It's the it's the Darkhold.
The Darkhold, that's it. Yeah. The Darkhold's the book that she wants, right? But she's already got it. I'm trying to remember how this works out.
No, it gets destroyed by the woman. She stakes a knife in it.
That's right, and then she's looking for a new version of that book. Right, yeah. Strange in a cage because he might have COVID. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, again, I thought it was completely fair to put him in cages.
Yeah.
He's an arsehole. Yeah. And you don't know what he's up to.
I'm going to tell you what I think of this film now. Mm-hmm. I think the opening part of this film was okay.
Yeah.
I think the middle part of this film is appalling.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last third of this film is absolutely fantastic.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. This bit, I hated it, James. Right. Mm-hmm. The Illuminati get mentioned. Yeah. I hated that. It's like, I put, what? Oh, come the fuck on. Why? Why have they called it that?
Okay, so this is a thing in the MCU not in the MCU, but it's from Marvel, because they were set up it was the New Avengers in 2005. It's like for the comic book stuff, and it was supposed to be a group that was Tony Stark, Reed Richards, and like some other people, and Doctor Strange and stuff, that was supposed to be like forming up like this new government. You see, and the whole point was it's supposed to be a government of superhumans. But then all the rest of them were like, that sounds really dodgy and probably shouldn't do that. So then it just becomes this information exchange thing instead.
I hated it. I hated the look of it. I hated the characters in it. I hated everything about this whole bit. But I'm slightly worried that this multiverse stuff just gives the writers the go-ahead to just make things as wild or as non-coherent as they want. Anything can happen now, and ultimately it doesn't matter. And that's a concern.
There was a bunch of things in this, though, with the Illuminati that made sense, like in the sense of like who they've chosen to be.
Yeah, but it could be anything, though, because it's in another universe.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Yeah. None of it matters.
But that's the thing, though. The key, though, is to try and make it so that it matters.
Yeah, but they failed at that, because the scene where Wanda just absolutely tears them all apart.
Exactly, but that's the thing. They wanted. I think the whole reason for this was to try and set that up to try it as like for shock value. I think was the idea. No. The idea that she just goes in and just tears them
for me, and they're all gone. For me, I think this is all about this bit is fan service for people that know Marvel.
Well, yes, because also all of these people, apart from Reed Richards, have been in other, like their characters have been in other Marvel projects that have been on TV and stuff.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. But
so, like Captain Carter, she was in What If?
Captain Carter was in What If. Right? We knew that. I've got that down. Hold on.
Go on.
Jumping ahead.
Go on.
How dare you? I said, back to Wong and Wanda. Now who are being attacked by those 4 monsters. No, wait, they're all fans of Wanda.
Yeah.
It's not a tomb, it's a throne. All right. Right, meeting the Illuminati. So here's the bit. I bet you fucking shit your pants during this bit, didn't you? I bet you loved it.
I liked it when, I'll have to admit, I did like it when Professor Xavier turned up.
Exactly, right. So here I've got, right, meeting the Illuminati, seeing a bunch of characters from What If, okay, Agent Carter and that. Yeah. Is that Jim from The Office?
It is Jim from The Office, yeah.
What is going on? So that's number 3 from the Office universe, right?
Yeah.
We've had... Who have we had? We've had Tim from The Office.
Yes, we have, yeah.
We've had Finchy.
Yes, and then we've had
Jim.
And we've had Jim. Yeah.
Right, I'm sure there's more. If anyone knows more, please let us know. At David Turner's on Twitter, please let me know if I've missed any Office characters or actors or anything. They're shitting it about Doctor Strange, like they're worried about him. Yeah. Professor Charles Xavier, isn't that from X-Men?
It was, and also they did the music from the cartoon as well, which was cool.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
I didn't notice that. I didn't pick up on that.
Of the music from the cartoon.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Patrick Stewart played him before, right?
He did, yeah. He played him in the X-Men films.
Right, so there have been X-Men films?
Yeah, of course I have.
Well, I don't know, James.
There's been loads. There's been loads of X-Men films. It's just they're not run by Marvel. They're all 20th Century Fox.
Are they any good?
Yeah, some of them are not bad, actually.
Right, let me try and work out who the X-Men are based on when I was a kid. I remember Storm. So I had a thing for Storm.
Really?
I'll let you know. Wolverine.
But yeah, go on.
Wolverine.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't there a metal guy?
There was, yeah.
What was his name?
I don't remember, but I know what you mean. No, wait a minute. Is it? No, not Colossus. That's another one.
Colossus. Oh, Cyclops.
With Cyclops, yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. He had like the red thing across his face, and he could. Yeah, he was wicked.
Shoot lasers out of his eyes.
Oh my god! There was Storm. There was
Rogue. There's Gambit.
I don't remember that. I remember Rogue.
Gambit. He was cool.
I remember Rogue. I had cards as well. I had like X-Men cards.
Really?
Yeah, they were great.
Bit of Vito.
Yeah, I can't wait for the X-Men to become a thing. I hope they just take over all of this, actually, at this point. And we just have the X-Men. Right, okay, Patrick Stewart, right, okay. This isn't the funniest film, though, is it? Could do with lightening up a bit.
It was, I don't know, when what's the name, Black Bolt dies, I thought that was quite funny.
Black Bolt, I mean, what a terror. Wait, tell me about Black Bolt.
Well, he was actually in like another Marvel series called Inhumans,
right?
And like with the same actor and everything. Like, he is an actual character, you know. He's
yeah, but Black Bolt is like, is it a joke? Like everyone?
No, he's not a joke character. He's really powerful.
But they absolutely tear him to pieces in this.
I know, because all he has to do is just like all he has to do is like open his mouth, and then it like creates this sound which then blows people up. Because that's what happens to Doctor Strange, isn't it?
Yes,
he kills Doctor Strange. Yeah. But then he does that whole thing with the mouth, and then it's just like his head caves in.
Okay. Wonder pushing Wong off a cliff. He's not dead. It's fine. Is what I've written at that point, and I weren't wrong. Then she takes over Mum Wanda. Waiting for Jim to look at the camera. Oh yeah. I'm so used to Jim from The Office, like looking at the camera at one point,
and then smiling,
sort of rolling his eyes.
Yeah.
God, how many people from The Office has been in this now? Right, okay. Also, that's Tim and Jim, like the same characters. So the Strange in this universe was killed by an apology. Okay. Oh yeah, because Black Bolt goes up to him and goes, "Sorry."
Yeah.
And that kills him.
Yeah.
So shit. Professor X trusts this Strange for some reason. This was all bollocks. Coming from an outside perspective, I watched this whole scene and just went, this is for fans of the comics and previous Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I think
this is for me. I'm getting nothing out of any of this.
Exactly, but it's similar to No Way Home in that result. You know,
no, because I still think it served the plot better than this. Whereas this, because it was in another universe that didn't really have any.
No, but the Illuminati thing and like this grouping of characters are from like the comics from before. Yep. It's not like they just made it up just for this film.
No. I understand that, but what am I getting out of that? At least in the last film, I was getting some funny scenes where 3 Spider-Men were all arguing and making little jabs at each other. Yeah. At least I was getting that. Out of this, I'm going, I don't even know what. And then for them all to die in the space of about 2 minutes, I was like,
that was,
so
again,
what was the fucking point?
Value, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
was like, what was the point then? What was the point? But how could it be for shock value if you know that this universe don't really matter?
Well, no, but you're not supposed to know that this universe doesn't matter.
Oh, you do know that.
That's your perception of it.
They're not going to spend the rest of the fucking films in a universe where red means
no, they're not.
go.
Which does make it throwaway to a degree.
Yes.
But then you're arguing that you don't want it to feel like that, do you? Like you want it to feel like there's consequences and then it matters. So that's what they're trying to do with this by killing all these people.
They didn't. They just introduced them.
Yeah.
I said, wait, was there an Ultron reference?
There was, yeah, because those robots were Ultron.
They were all Ultron.
Yes, so this was in a universe where Ultron worked. Obviously, it was like not a disaster.
I said, what was that all about? It just looked like a normal robot. Like,
but no, it was
Ultron dead, or something when she chopped Ultron's head off.
Can I give you another little bit of trivia?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love it.
Okay, so Tom Cruise was going to be approached to be in this.
To be Ultron?
No, he was going to be Tony Stark in this universe.
Don't like that.
And he was going to be Superior Iron Man. Yeah, that was what he was going to be.
Really?
Which is another version of Iron Man. Yeah.
Okay. Scarlet Witch shows up, and the shit Avengers faces off with her. They're going to get battered, aren't they? Yeah. I did like the fact that they were totally arrogant, where they were like, we don't really care about this Scarlet Witch you talk about. We're more afraid of you. Yeah. We'll deal with this one. And they get decimated like within seconds. That was quite funny.
The way that Jim from The Office died was pretty
well, hold on, I'm getting
cool.
There. Ha ha ha. Black Bolt doesn't have a mouth and now he's dead. That was funny. Now Stretchy Jim gets it. What happened?
Well, she stretched him all into pieces and then just exploded him.
Yeah, fine. I'm rooting for Wanda here because they were like, we ain't afraid of her, she'll be easy, and now they're all dead, is what I've written. Carter says she could do this all day because of course she fucking would. And now she's dead because of course she fucking is. Right, okay, then we go to Strange and Mordo fighting. So, he goes back in, they're fighting because of everyone else. So he's like, we're going to wait until they all come back. He's like, they ain't coming back, dude. Come on.
There is a weird bit with that as well, though. Like, they're fighting in that room. Why was there a little pit in that room?
I don't know.
What was that for?
Thought that. Yeah, I don't know.
Because I remember when I saw it in the cinema, just thinking, why is there a little pit there for them to fall into?
I don't know. What's the point? This whole bit was rubbish, James. I really didn't like this bit. Yeah. Every time I see Patrick Stewart, I think of it as an episode of Extras. And then her clothes fell off. I've already seen everything. Yeah. This bit in the white area with the red smoke looks incredible, right? Mm-hmm. And then so there's a bit where it's a big white open space and this red smoke comes up.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart comes out as Professor X. Yeah. And I can't remember what he's doing, but then all of a sudden...
Yeah, so this is his power, remember, he's like, he gets into people's minds.
That's right.
And so he gets into Wanda's mind.
Right.
Or Scarlet Witch's mind.
And then she gets in there and snaps his neck.
But then this is the thing, though, where... This is a point where I actually began to think this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, because he kind of indicates that the Scarlet Witch is an alternate personality and not Wanda. Because, there's like, she's down in that sort of like, under the rubble or whatever, saying, please help me out of here. And then he's like, Scarlet Witch is like, controlling you or whatever like that. And when I heard that, I thought that's a major plot difference here. Like, it's a huge plot difference.
Yeah, but hold on. There's every possibility that Professor X is just wrong about his...
He could be wrong, yeah. But if that's the case, though, and they're saying, actually, it's not really Wanda, it's Scarlet Witch, it's like that takes the edge off this, like, massively. And I don't.
Right, okay. I think you're thinking, like, where did they go from here with this character? But I think they've reached the destination with that character.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't like the idea... If this is what... I'm not saying this is the intention, but if this was the intention, to say that this is not Wanda, really, and that actually this is...
No, I don't think that's what they were saying. I think...
I want it to be that Wanda has made the conscious decision to be the Scarlet Witch, because otherwise it doesn't... I don't think it works.
I think that is what's going on.
Well, I hope so. Yeah. Because that makes more sense.
Okay. I said, this film's weird. There are some cool moments, but... nothing feels all that impactful because of what it's set up. Nothing feels real. Nothing feels shocking
because of the fact it's in the multiverse.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's all just things happening on the screen at this point.
And that's the big difference with like No Way Home, because in No Way Home, okay, there are people from all over the place, and
but they're coming into his universe.
It's still coming into the universe that we know.
We spent the majority of this time in a universe that we won't be seeing again. I think that's the problem.
Well, probably won't be, but yeah.
It definitely won't be. Strange Palmer and America now being chased down the tunnels by Wanda. Okay, right. There's the line. Right, so you heard me. I haven't been enjoying this film massively. I enjoyed the beginning of it, the middle of it I hated. This is the line now. The moment they do the whole chasing down the tunnels thing, I was like, whoa, here we go. Something's happening here. This is where the film gets excellent, in my opinion. I fucking love this whole last part of this film, and it starts by the horrificness of Wanda just like relentlessly chasing them down these tunnels. And then there was a big jump scare where she jumps out from like around a corner, and I put, Harry wouldn't have liked this bit. Did you kill her? Oh, right. So there's a bit where they trap her in between two of those dropping metal doors,
and then the water is
pulls down, and the water comes down. And did you kill her? And I just thought, America says that, and I just thought, yeah, mate. After all you've seen, a little bit of water's gonna kill her, right? Yeah, stupid.
But then there's a bit in this which makes me think that that whole thing about Wanda, about them being two like personalities or whatever, does fit, because Strange says, like, he shouts at her, "If you're in there, Wanda, like, hold your breath."
No. So right, do you want my interpretation of that?
Go on.
He's talking to the Wanda of that universe.
Right. Oh, okay.
Because she's still dream walking, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, she's not in that universe yet.
Yes, that also makes sense.
So he's talking to the Wanda that's in that universe and saying, look, if you're in there, hold your breath.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Right, okay. The watch opened the door for some reason? What was that?
Okay, but that was also weird because he just took it out and then put it in there and it pushed a button. Why not just push the button?
It's true, right. But what was the relevance there? Where were they? I can't... Where were they? Where were these tunnels?
That was the tunnel, like, to go to where the book was supposed to be, where it had been like sealed away.
Oh, so it does make sense. So Strange has locked it away for something that only Strange has to unlock it. Right?
Exactly, the Strange from that universe had locked that away.
Okay. That does make sense. But also, that's on the basis that is a one of a kind watch that no one else can ever buy anywhere, and I do not believe that's the case.
A lot of them around in. Yeah, probably not.
Now in the gap junction, so this is it, the space between universes. Yeah. I bet we see someone in an army uniform queuing up for a Burger King.
Why's that?
Because it felt like a services on the M26 or whatever. You never get that.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah. There's always
someone in there's always someone in an army uniform getting a Burger King in those places every time. Yeah. So I'm assuming this is like a services for the dimensions. You park up at those places. The first thing you want to do is go for a piss. You rush, you sort of hop towards that fucking toilet, past all of the KFCs and the overpriced Subways and
the casino. The
little casino. The M&S that's like ramped up their prices even more than they usually do.
Potentially Starbucks, but more often Costa.
And then just before you get to the toilets, you go past those mobile phone case shops. Yeah. You do wonder how many mobile phone cases they sell in those places, right?
You'd think none, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like, why would you go and buy one of those at a service station?
Oh, I need a case for my mobile phone. Better drive to... let's try
Clackett Lane Services. Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird. What a life. I often think about the staff that work in those places. I've got to drive down a motorway and pull over and then get into there, and it's like this weird hub
like
world.
It's like weird, like this weird world in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
Yeah, it's such a bizarre fucking situation. They're so weird, those places. Right, okay. They found the book Then the bad guy from The Ring turns up. Oh, this is where they're all... So, they're seeing all sorts of terrifying, like, figures or whatever, and one of them's got the hair down, like, from the Ring. Yeah. I like how utterly terrifying this bit is, to be fair. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is all just, like, really, really horrible, basically.
You mean the stuff with, like, the wraiths and everything?
Like with just all the different like sort of visual elements coming together, and it looks like a horror film, right? Mm-hmm. America hasn't really come to anything as a character, has she?
No, that's another problem with this. I think
it is a big problem with this film. Yeah. She's more of a prop for the that's needed for the plot rather than a fully detailed character, and that remains, I think. Yeah, there's so much water in this film; it's mad. Imagine needing a piss in the cinema when watching this. The bit, because I was this is the bit where he's walking up the stairs, and it's just like there's waves for no reason at the bottom of the stairs, and I'm like, I need to piss in the cinema all the time. Imagine sitting watching this and seeing that. I'd be like, nah, I'm going. Did you watch this in the cinema?
I did, yeah.
Did you need to piss?
I don't remember that, no.
Oh, right.
I don't remember that being a problem.
Maybe it's just me walking up the stairs into sea. Strange now meets Evil Strange. Right, okay.
Sinister Strange.
Yeah. I just remembered who Harry thought this would be. I don't think he's right, though.
No.
And I put,
who did he thought it was? I've forgotten.
He thought it was Loki.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah, I know. I was absolutely gutted for him because he was so sure of it based on the trailer.
Yeah.
I put, this Strange guards the bad book.
Yeah, the Darkhold.
Yeah, wait, hold on. This could totally still be Loki, and I'm praying for Harry that it is. And then I put, nah, he's proper bad Strange with an extra eye.
Yeah,
we'll come back to the eye. Yeah. We'll go back to the eye. Strange attacks bad Strange with musical notes. Honestly, it really does feel like I'm battling with this film, fighting with what I think should be acceptable and what shouldn't. It's a shame as I'm not more into it. It's a shame that I'm not more into it because it just looks so damn good. I didn't like the music fight that much.
No, I don't see the point. I mean, I understand, like, visually it looks impressive. And
yeah,
the idea
great.
Is probably
looked
good,
really
but
great.
It's still, I don't know.
I was just like, how's this? Why are they fighting with
this
musical
is the problem,
notes?
though, David. I just don't like magic very much.
Yeah, I'm not
like
as magic.
You know, it's like
I'm totally with you.
This is why I preferred all the other films.
Yeah, just where they're batting each other with lasers.
You know, I just want to hit each other with fists.
With punches. Hit each other with a good old punch. Good old fashioned punch. Strange beats bad Strange, who falls on a fence and opens his eye. Oh, yeah, his one eye. Yeah, again, Harry's not. I put again, Harry not so sure about him watching this. Good call.
And it gets worse.
Good call. It does. You know. Wong's Not Dead called it. Right, let's power through to the end, shall we? Because we're right there. Witch now trying to take America's power. Good Strange now using the bad book to try and dreamwalk and ask for protection from the souls of the damned. I was like, where's this bit come from? Souls of the damned. Strange now controlling Dead Strange. Ha ha ha. Okay, this is great. Brilliant idea. Didn't see it coming. Was fucking fantastic when it happened. This whole controlling his own corpse thing in the other dimension was brilliant, I thought.
And it looked horrendous.
It looked so good way. Though, yeah, really, really, really. Souls of the Damned show up, but not for long.
That was the thing. The Souls of the Damned stuff was the thing that really upset Asher when we were watching it.
Why is that?
He found it really creepy.
Oh, really?
That whole thing of them like swirling around, telling him he was going to hell and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
and,
really?
Pulling at him and all that kind of thing, and like pulling him down, and it was kind of horrible. That was, you know.
Yeah, I said the whole thing seemed like a tad pointless because they just introduced the idea of the Souls of the Damned like 2 seconds before, and they showed up. And then I said, but to be fair, they do make for cool weapons when he starts using them. Yeah, so that was all pretty good. I said this is all pretty good. It's hard to judge Strange's emotions with half of his face missing. Yes. Yeah, there's a bit where he's like, you're like, is he happy? Is he being sarcastic? I'm struggling here. He gets America to trust herself, and now she's battering Wanda. But Strange is in trouble. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Carpet Witch is finally getting to see the reality. All right, okay. Why have I called her Carpet Witch?
I don't know.
Right, so...
Well, you mean Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet Witch, yeah.
Is that autocorrect?
Yeah, it's autocorrect. Carpet Witch. Carpet right. On this bank holiday Monday.
If this was TCGS, that would be the name of the episode.
Yeah, Carpet Witch. Scarlet Witch is finally getting to see the reality of the parenting as her kids relentlessly chuck shit at her and she loses her shit.
That was kind of horrible and sad, but also quite funny.
Yeah, I was like, this is parenting. This is parenting. So finally you get to see what it's like. Yeah, and then she loses her shit and has a go at him.
Did you also notice OG Xbox 360 under the TV?
I did not. I noticed that. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
That was shame. Original Xbox 360 there. Yeah.
Wanda lays the ultimate burn on the Scarlet Witch. How could one be loved? Or something. What did she say? She said something like, I just want to be loved. She's like, how can anyone love you? Or something like that. It was, so the whole idea of this bit is, okay, you want to be these kids' parents? Here you go. Go through the portal and be their parents. And then, of course, Wanda in that house tries to defend her parents.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch knocks her out because she's way more powerful. And then the kids hate her. So it's the reality. It's that whole... You can now see you're a monster.
Yeah.
You're now seeing what you are. And I thought that worked really well. And then she does
the whole, like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's fine. But at no point do you go, oh, that's all right.
No, of course not. No, that's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. There's no redemption there. Mm-hmm. You can see that she's seen how awful she's got, but I don't think the film's going, but it's Wanda, don't worry about it. No, we're supposed to sit there and think, yeah, no, you are a monster. Like, you are looking at that person going, you're a monster now. There's no forgiveness. There's no redemption. Like, that's it. And I think the way it ends is kind of perfect for that character.
Mm. I mean, can I tell you what Sam Raimi said about this?
He's
the director.
In a bit. Let me get to the end.
Okay.
Dr. Half Strange is now chatting with the witch, who has seen the monster she is and is now hiding the book, the bad book. So she then... collapses the whole thing on top of her. Yeah, she is done as far as I'm concerned. Strange wakes up and sees Palmer, the person who's supposed to be protecting him, asleep. So this is when, what's the name? Summit Palmer, isn't it? Christine Palmer. Mm-hmm. He goes to her, can you protect me? Like, from anything that turns up. When he wakes up, she's asleep on the floor. You'd be like, whoa, hold on, get up.
She's been doing fighting and stuff.
I know she has been doing fighting, but he doesn't know that. Mm-hmm. Right, apparently the book is now gone in every universe. Not really sure how that's worked out. How's that work out?
Well, Scarlet Witch made that happen, I guess, somehow.
Yeah, it didn't really explain. They just went, the book's gone in all universes now. Really? Really? Why? How?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Linked it somehow, I don't know.
Back in Cabotage, Strange asked Wong if he's happy for some reason. That was a recurring question. That
was the question of the film.
It's supposed to be the thread through the film. I didn't think it was. Then heads on to fix his watch. I put, wait, it was that easy to fix? Well, why didn't he do this ages ago?
He's been busy. He's been like stopping Thanos and stuff.
Why didn't he fix it with magic?
Well, he likes doing it by hand.
Then he grows an extra eye. What? That bit was a bit weird as well.
No, that made sense, actually.
Go on.
Well, that made sense because the whole thing, like Sinister Strange, like said about if you use the Darkhold, it
makes you bad.
A price, basically, and that's what the price is that it's just the extra eye. It has messed him up, and the third eye is supposed to give him like clairvoyance. You see.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I'm with you because I was thinking, well, there's got to be some sort of, there's got to be some sort of negative effect to using the book because you use the book quite a bit there, Strange. So yeah, no, that makes sense. Post-credit scene, purple. My least favourite mid-cred scene.
They don't explain anything, do they?
No,
really,
they don't. Who's that character?
So her name is Clea, and she is a sorceress.
Right. And what's she from?
She's taking Strange to the Dark Dimension. Right.
Where's she from?
So she is a relative of Donnarumma from the first film.
Right.
Yeah, but none of that is explained. I had to look that up.
That is the Blorko stuff from Matthew Castle is more relevant in this scene than it has been throughout the rest of MCU. Like, that really is, here's a character, not explained. Am I supposed to give a shit? Oh, she's torn a hole in the dimension for some reason, and now Stranger's going off with her. And then, the post-credit scene, Whatever. It's just Bruce Campbell finally stopping punching himself in the face. Fine, funny. Say what you were going to say about.
So Sam Raimi, who's the director of this, he said about Wanda. He said she's not a villain. She's suffering.
Right, you're wrong.
And then he says she knows she's not playing a bad girl, just someone who loves too deeply.
Nah.
So, and I wouldn't agree with that at all.
No, you don't. I don't agree with that at all. But to be fair, thankfully, I didn't get that feeling from this film at all. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's what he intended to do, but obviously that's not how it come across. Like, I think... so where do I sit with this film? Well, as I said at the start of this call, I asked myself many questions about whether I'm done with Marvel. Like where do you go from here? How do you keep it interesting? Does it even matter now that everything's irrelevant?
I'm not sure that it's not that everything's irrelevant, though, is it?
It is, though, because anything can happen in any universe. Who gives a shit anymore?
Only if you bring the multiverse into it, like all the time.
Which is what Marvel have done.
Yeah, in this film they've done that, but they're not necessarily doing that in all the films going forward.
I hope they never do it again, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they've introduced it, but just stop now. It takes everything away, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You mean, because I know what you mean, because it takes away the stakes and it also takes away like the feeling of like these are characters that you know. You know, it's like they could be anybody.
They could be anybody now. And any character that dies can... Oh, Loki's back. It's just another Loki now.
Well, exactly. You could just say, oh, Tony Stark's back. Just from another dimension.
Yep.
And it's like,
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But I adored the final third of this film. I thought it was beautifully shot. I thought it was really quite dark and funny and interesting and cool. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought the end of this film was really cool. But I think ultimately the stuff in the middle really wound me up, and I was like, oh, this really is fan service stuff now. Mm-hmm. Having Professor Xavier, this is the first time we've seen him, and you're like, okay. And then you've got the Jim from The Office, and all of that. I was like, okay.
See, I'm wondering if he's going to come back because they're doing a Fantastic Four film.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I wonder if he's coming back. In it. He's got to be, right?
But it might not be. You could always change it around.
Well, yeah, you could do it
with the multiverse, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think this was a bit of a misfire for me overall.
Yeah.
But I did really like the final third of the film.
Yeah, you see, I was talking to Rachel about this before we came on, and it's like, I think out of the films that we've seen for this phase, for like phase 4, I'd say Eternals is still the worst, I think, out of all of them. Yep. But this is probably the one which is just above Eternals, because the other ones, I think, are better films. Far.
Yeah, so because we had Black Widow, which was better than this.
Shang-Chi was better than this.
Shang-Chi was probably better than this, yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home was way better than this.
way better than this, yeah.
Yeah.
And now we've only got 2 films left.
Yeah, we just got Thor, Love and Thunder and Wakanda Forever.
Oh, man.
Then we're done. Which is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been nearly a year.
It has. Yeah. It really has.
God. So what? Oh, is Ant-Man after this, isn't it?
It is, we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp.
When's that out?
That's out on February the 17th.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the last episode of Marvel Calls will come out just before the Ant-Man film.
Yeah, it will.
I'm so tempted to do an Ant-Man one, but we can't.
I know.
Well, I can't take my laptop into the fucking cinema.
That's true. But, I know. I was just thinking that it would be kind of nice to, like...
No, we got 2 more, because then we're just stuck in the loop then, aren't we? Cause we're like,
because then the next one isn't until, like... Then, if we...
is it Guardians after that?
It's Guardians after that.
Oh, my God. Joe said we're going to the cinema for that.
Yeah.
Like, all of us.
See, like, I'm looking at this, and you're looking at 3 films a year. I mean, that's not bad.
We're not... No, I'm not doing Marvel Calls anymore. This is... I mean... So much time and effort has gone into this project, James.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Unbelievable how much we put into this.
Yeah.
Like, it's easily managed now. I'm finding it pretty hard that we're doing one a week again.
Yeah.
But when I think to the start of last year, are we mad?
I know, it is crazy because, you see, it's not just watching the films. It's like, I do genuinely do research as well. Like, read all the notes and all that kind of thing. And it's like, it's true, and it's like it does take time.
This is episode 30.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's longer than Interface ran, I think. I think.
Okay, all right. Doctor Strange, it's okay. I worry about where the MCU's going from here.
Yeah.
Are other people worried about that, or?
Yes, yeah. People are worried about that. Yeah. Hang on, which episode is this? How many episodes are we on?
This is episode 30.
Yeah, Interface did 29 episodes.
There we go.
So yeah, it's
Are they still up? Are they still online?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
shame. All right then. Well, I will catch you next week.
Yeah. See you later.
I'm well looking forward to Thor. I really am.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.